Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about our product to sum and our sum to product formulas, and we're going to use them to work through this example where we were asked to rewrite this product of two sine functions as a sum or difference instead. So the name of these formulas are very fitting. Our product to sum formulas allow us to take a product of sine and cosine functions and re-express them as a sum or difference instead. And our sum to product formulas do the opposite. It allows us to take a sum or difference of our sine and cosine functions and express them as a product instead. As you can kind of see from the formulas, all these are going to be derived from our sum and difference formulas for our sine and cosine functions just by making clever substitutions for those input angles. So these set of identities or formulas aren't going to be as useful as some of the other ones we see, but they will show up occasionally. In particular, the product and sum formulas are going to be really helpful when we get to calculus classes for helping us find derivatives and antiderivatives of certain trig functions. So we want to rewrite 4 times sine of 44 theta times sine of 8 theta as a sum and difference. So next we have to figure out which formula to use. And so we want to go from a product to a sum. So we're going to use one of our formulas up here. And we have two sine functions multiplied together. So it looks like we're going to use that fourth formula on our product to sum list. All right, so we know that sine of A times sine of B is equal to 1/2 of this entire quantity, cosine of the difference between those two angles, minus cosine of the sum of those two angles. So our angles are going to be 44 theta and 8 theta. So A will be 44 theta and B will be equal to 8 theta. So remember, we have 4 times this whole product. So 4 times sine of 44 theta times sine of 8 theta is going to be equal to 4 times our product to sum formula. So we're going to get 4 times 1/2 of the quantity. Well, we're using this formula down here. Our first piece is going to be cosine of A minus B. So A minus B is going to be 44 theta minus 8 theta. That'll give us 36 theta. And then we have to subtract away from that cosine of the sum of our two angles. That's A plus B, or 44 theta plus 8 theta, which will give us 52 theta. All right, not a whole lot to do to simplify this. We can combine those constant factors out front and write it as 2 times the quantity cosine of not 360. It kind of looks like that. That's 36 theta. And then we subtract away from cosine of 36 theta, cosine of 52 theta. And so that's really it for this exercise. We have successfully rewritten the product of these sine functions as a difference of these cosine functions instead. That's all we're really going to do for it for now. But when you get to like calculus, in particular integral calculus, trying to integrate the original function is a lot more difficult than trying to integrate it in this alternative form.